Hello, friends. I'm Arav. I'm thrilled to share my science fair project with you. You must know what non-renewable resources are. Well, non-renewable energy resources are resources that are limited, meaning they will eventually run out. The well-known ones are gas, coal, wood, oil, and other biofuels. When burnt, they release a lot of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and other harmful gases that negatively impact the environment. The increasing demand for energy and the harmful impact on the planet inspired me to explore renewable energy, also known as clean energy sources. Renewable energy resources are the opposite of non-renewable. Renewable, as the name suggests, are energy sources that can regenerate or have a long expiration date, such as solar energy from the sun, wind energy, geothermal energy, and hydro energy from the water. Today, I would like to talk about wind energy. The question I'm attempting to answer is, how can I generate power using wind energy from a wind turbine? The purpose of this experiment is to demonstrate that wind energy is a renewable and a reliable source of energy and can replace fossil fuels. Reducing fossil fuels will help the atmosphere recover because burning fossil fuels causes smoke and air pollution that weakens the atmosphere itself. My hypothesis is if we increase the speed of the wind, then we should be able to generate more electricity because the rotation speed of the rotor blades will increase and in turn it will create more electricity. I started by researching how windmills are constructed. Windmills, or wind turbines, are created using the following components, which are rotor blades, a rotor, and a generator. Rotor blades are shaped like the wings of a plane or helicopter. This helps it rotate when wind flows over it. The rotor is the part of a wind turbine that helps the blades rotate. It is connected to the generator. The generator is used to generate electricity from the rotating blades. I also researched what types of wind turbines are there and how they are used. The first type of wind turbine, and the most common one, is the horizontal axis wind turbine, or HOT. The second type is the vertical axis wind turbine, or VOT. The HOT's advantages are that it has a high power output, low energy loss, low maintenance, and is able to receive wind at a higher speed. Whereas the advantages of a VOT are that it has fewer components, hence there are fewer parts that may break. They are cheaper and are easily constructed. A disadvantage of wind turbines is they cause environmental harm, mostly to birds. They also create a lot of noise pollution due to the rotation of the blades. So many wind farms are away from the birds' flight paths. Newer technologies are working on minimizing the noise as well. Looking at this research, I decided to build a horizontal wind turbine because it can produce more electricity for the same amount of wind. Here are the materials I used to make my wind turbine. 2 tall paper cups for the shaft, 6 plastic rotor blades, 1 geared wheel as the rotor, 1 DC motor as a generator, 1 blow dryer for the wind source, and 1 LED light. I also tried with different materials for the blades, like plastic spoons or wood pieces of the same length, but none of them were able to stick to the motor or rotate. For my method, I looked at what my independent variables and dependent variables should be. What can I control or vary to test the experiment? And what are the constants? So, my independent variable was the speed of the wind. The dependent variable is the amount of power generated. The control group is the lowest speed of the wind. The constants for this experiment are the size of the rotor blades, the height of the wind turbine, and the size of the generator. The procedure for this experiment. Start by joining the two cups to make the stand of the wind turbine. We then attach the plastic rotor blades to the rotor gear wheel using glue. Then attach the rotor gear wheel to the DC generator. Attach the wires of the DC generator to a small LED lamp. The more power is generated by the DC motor, the brighter the LED lamp will light up. Mount the rotor blades, rotor wheel, and the DC generator to the stand. Make sure the blades are mounted correctly and have a strong attachment to the stand. We use glue and tapes to ensure this is connecting properly. Fix the stand and blades to a base using glue and tape. Make sure it does not wave or shake easily. Results. Trial 1. The wind speed. A high of 90 miles per hour. The power. In which wind speed, the light was efficient and was very clear. It was about 3 volts. For the second part of trial 1, the wind speed was a low of 60 miles per hour and the light was very dim. Trial 2. Trial 2, the wind speed had a high of again 90 miles per hour. At 90 miles per hour, the light was very bright and it was about 3 volts yet again. For trial 2, yet again, it was a low of 60 miles per hour and the light was very dim. Both the first part and the second part of trial 3 were the same as trial 1 and trial 2. The reason I tested this so far was because I wanted to see if there would be a slight change every time I tried a different speed. Turns out nothing different happened. I hypothesized that if we increase the speed of the wind, we would be able to generate more power. I've proved that my hypothesis is accurate because at full speed of the wind coming from the blow dryer, the wind turbine rotor blades spun faster, generating more electricity. During this experiment, I made very few mistakes. When I made the rotor blades and tried to attach them to the rotor, they wouldn't fit. When I used the blow dryer to spin the rotor blades, they immediately fell off. I thought I would have many different outliers, but thankfully I did not. All of the variables were within their limits. In this experiment, I could have made sure nothing fell out or broke. The real-life application of my experiment is for people to be able to use renewable energy. Later on, I would like to experiment with vertical wind turbines because they are much more efficient. You might be wondering, which UN goal my experiment is related to? Well, it is related to the one stating affordable non-renewable energy. By investing in renewable sources, we will save Earth and the environment by not burning fossil fuels. We can stop global warming by shutting CO2 emissions. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.